Hi guys, what's going on? It's JB here. First of all, I want to apologise for the commentary today. Unfortunately, I replayed it back and I'm afraid you couldn't hear me then. My brother gave me his PS4 headphones and I hadn't a clue what I was doing with them. I thought I was mic'd up and ready to go, but it sounds like the sound didn't get through to me. So I do apologise for the lack of commentary today and the lack of sound, so I do apologise. It's completely my fault, no technical issue. Just me not knowing how to use the headphones that I was given properly, and I'll stick to the ones I've got next time. So, as I say, I do apologise for that, and I apologise to everybody that tried to listen in today. It won't happen again, I assure you. It's an isolated incident, and I will not let it happen again. But there's more important worries at the moment than my misgivings on YouTube at the moment. Anyway, I'll tell you what content we're going to have coming up in the next month or two on YouTube a bit later on. Don't forget to subscribe and like if you haven't already. Just to remind you that the FIFA 18 Burnley career mode is in the process of being uploaded. I'm going to finish all that off before FIFA 19 comes out at the end of September, and then we'll be doing FIFA 19s, and I'll be doing another video later on with a career mode thing. Just like to know, if you want to see another Burnley career mode for FIFA 19, or see a different Premier League, take on another Premier League team at the lower end of the spectrum. But as I say, I'll do a video on that a little bit later on when I've calmed down. But I want to talk about Burnley's performance today. What did I think of it? Well, apart from two people that are exempt from criticism, namely Joe Hart and James Tarkowski, who actually played like they cared for the shirt today, unfortunately, the other 9 players, including substitutes that came on, I know Vidra looked a little bit of a threat, but they didn't seem to be interested. Ben Mee should take the blame on the winning goal. You don't leave Jimenez unmarked. He's a deadly striker, took his goal well, no complaints. I mean, Wolves should have won it 5 or 6 bloody nil. I mean, that was just typical. But I'm going to rant on for a few minutes now because I've had enough. I've tried to keep quiet. I've tried to be as calm as I can over the first 3 or 4 games, hoping that it would be the European adventures that might have done for us previously, but I'm starting to wonder whether there's more than just the European stuff that's really getting on top of. Is there a fundamental something wrong at the football club? Is there something wrong? Because things haven't looked well now for quite some time. We haven't won since, I think it was April, so it's quite a long way, long time, Ever since we've claimed 7th place last season, we haven't won a game, and that's the problem. We're second from bottom. Now, we could be bottom if West Ham win tonight. That's the other worry as well. They're finishing 7th paper over some cracks. And should Mike Garlick walk from Burnley Football Club? Now, I've been on Garlick's back for the last 2 or 3 transfer windows. We question, people have questioned me for doing this, but we're ranting on and worrying now. I mean, people probably just tell me to stop panicking at this stage. It's only 5 games in, but I have to panic because I'm a Burnley fan. I'm passionate. I love my club. And to see it being run the way it is being run is an absolute disgrace! Mike Garlick had the best opportunity that we've had for many, many years. When we got into Europe, he should have been on that recruitment team. Or he should have been to Sean Dyche, right, I'll give you as much money as I can physically give, within reason, to go and get the 5 or 6 new faces you need to get the players in. And he hasn't backed the manager. The recruitment team have been looking for anything else rather than Scotch Mist. They might as well have been looking at Scotch Mist this morning, this summer, because they only managed to find 3 players. I mean, good signings they are, but they're not enough. They're not enough at the club. Ben Mee has looked absolutely shocking. There are players out there that just don't want to play. Aaron Lennon being one. And it all comes, I'm sorry, but it all comes from Mike Garlick down. And I believe the board need to go. I don't mean the whole board. I don't mean Barry Kilby, and I don't mean some of the directors. I mean, they care about the club, and that's fair enough. Barry Kilby especially. I've no problems with him being on the board. He saved us, for heaven's sake. But it's not Kilby I'm upset with. It's our current chairman that I'm upset with right now, Mike Garlick. His screws-like attitude to the job is undermining Sean Dyche, it's undermining the team, and it's undermining our opportunity to go further in the league and try and improve and try and finish away from relegation. He's undermining the fucking club! I've had enough! 4 defeats in the first 5, and then there's the question of the manager. Poor tactics again today. Wolves should have won by 7 or 8, and I repeat, I'm not absolutely over-dramatising this because they were brilliant, Wolves. You know, they cooked us apart every time. If it wasn't for Tarkowski and Joe Hart actually having the balls to stand up and fucking take pride and care about the fucking club and care about their performances, we would have been sunk 6 or 7-0. And that's no lie. We were absolutely diabolical from start to finish. Our attack was from Barnes and Folks looked absolutely nowhere. Gudmundsson didn't look at all interested. Lennon certainly doesn't look interested. Bardsley, you all know what I think of him. A complete utter liability. And yet that sod Dash always what he thinks him ahead of Lawton. No wonder our right hand side's so fucking unbalanced. Ben Mee, another one. Is the weight of the captaincy weighing too much of a burden on the shoulders? Should he relinquish the captain when Tom Heaton's not played and give it to Tarkowski? Because I think, you know what, on evidence I've seen so far, Tarkowski, out of the 2 centre-backs, has shown more bloody leadership skills and more bloody passion than what Ben Mee showed. He couldn't give a monkey's fart, Ben Mee! He needs to drop. Where's Ben Gibson's picking up injuries? And then there's the issue of the fitness levels. You know how at Burnley Football Club you need to be Dyche fit rather than match fit to play for Burnley now these days. Sooner Stephen Defoe and Robbie Brady get back, the better, as far as I'm concerned, because of most of the players, Jack Cork tried his heart up. Jeff Henwick was nowhere. I think Jeff Henwick has been a bloody walking time bomb for now for the last 6 months. You know, Chris Wood, Max Collegiate. The only one of our strike forces actually tried today was Matthias Vidra when he came on. Chris Wood just didn't seem interested at all. Lack of ambition. And it comes from the top down. It starts with Mike Garlick and David Bowen. And I believe, for the good of the football club, they need to go now. No ifs, no buts, no maybes. I've had enough. I've had more than enough of their excuses. Mike Garlick comes out in the press when we qualify for Europe. Right, we're going to back the manager. No. We'll back him. We'll get all the players he needs in. Talk is cheap. He didn't back up his words. He didn't give the manager good enough funds to get the players he wanted. He's undermined the manager. And the manager, as far as I'm concerned, okay, yeah, we can blame him for tactics and all that sort of thing, which is fair enough at the moment, you know, because he's not blameless, Sean Dyche, let's put it that way. But it all starts from the top down. Newcastle fans complaining about Mike Ashley down up at St James's, and with good reason. But we've got another Mike who's just as mingy as Mike Ashley is. It's called Mike Garlick, and he needs to go the frigging tosspot of a Scrooge! What enough of him! Because I'll tell you something, if there is not a radical... Listen, I know what Burnley are. I live in the town. We're a small town. Yeah, we've got a population of 80,000 people. Yeah, we punch above our weight. Get all that. I get all that stuff, right? I get all that stuff thrown at me. Yeah, fair enough. But when we've overachieved and finished 7th last season, I expect the team to kick on and not make a start, a diabolical start as we've just made. I'm annoyed by that. I'm not frickle. I don't try and be frickle. I don't try and be negative in any way, shape or form. I try not to be. But what Mike Garlick has just shown no ambition whatsoever. And you can quote me on that. You know, such an underwhelming transfer window. And I'm just annoyed. I'm angry. I'm past the disappointing bit now. I'm past the disappointed stage. I've got to the stage now where I'm utterly, completely and utterly angry. So, message to Mike Garlick if he watches the YouTube channel, well, he probably won't, but if he does, I think it's time, young man, you started to wake up and smell the coffee. If you care about Burnley Football Club enough, walk away. And we can get a fucking chairman that might show a bit of ambition, show a bit of bloody balls, and show a bit of backbone, because you cannot show any backbone. You're too busy having a champagne and all that stuff. Oh, well, we won't give Dash all that money. Oh, we'll keep it for ourselves. We'll do what the Oystons did at Blackpool. You're a joke of a chairman. Get out of my club. Had enough of you. Excuse after excuse after excuse. You're an absolute numpty, Garlic. I want you out of the club. And same goes for Dave Bowen as well. Wasted space as a managing director. I thought Lee Hughes was bad enough, but Bowen, you've taken it to the next level. You've taken it to a lower level, an even lower level. You couldn't sink anymore. This is ridiculous. The way the club's been run is an absolute disgrace, and it comes from the top down. So Bowen and Garlic, do us all a bloody favour. Leave the frigging club alone. Leave the club if you care about it enough. If not, rot in hell as far as I'm concerned. I've had enough. No ambition, you two. You're more happy to take the money on offer and run. Not the way to run a football club in this day and age. I know we're Burnley, and I know we're not Barcelona or Manchester United. We're not any of the big teams. But for heaven's sake, the lack of ambition is there for all to see. It showed in the performance at Wolves today. Wolves have got the right idea. They buy the players. They've got young, hungry, good players in the squad to mix with some great international experience, which is what we should be doing at Burnley. And we're clearly not. Because if this keeps on going, we'll be relegated by Christmas. And I know who to blame. Matt Garlick, just resign. You need to go. For the good of the frigging club. Go! Do one! Piss off! Enough is enough. I'm really sorry, folks, I had to swear then, but I'm so pent up and upset. It's untrue. As I say, I can't apologise enough for the commentary, for my voice not coming through on the commentary. I do apologise. We'll have that all fixed up and we'll go back to the old headphones for the next week. But I just needed to get that off my chest, folks, because the way this club is being run, we cannot afford now to make any more mistakes. I think Starch has been undermined by the board. I think there's a lack of ambition there with the chairman. I think Mike Garlick is a poor chairman, and I think he's a Scrooge, and he needs to go for the good of the club, because quite frankly, it's just not good enough. That's all I want to say, guys. As I said, thanks very much indeed. I hope you understand that about the commentary. Sometimes these things happen, but I needed to get all this stuff off my chest. And I apologise to anybody out there who might have heard me swear. It's just purely built up of emotions of being a Burnley fan for the first 5 or 6 weeks of the season. It's all come out. I had to get rid of it. I've kept my mouth quiet for a long, long time. I needed to rant because it was eating up at me being a Burnley fan. It's just not been good enough. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I will be back later on with some FIFA videos that I'm in the process of editing, FIFA 18, and then for FIFA 19, I wanna get a little boat going actually. In happier news, would you like me to do a Burnley FIFA 19 career mode like I've always done on the other FIFAs, or would you like me to do something a little bit different with another lower end Premier League team like a Wolves or a Fulham or somebody of that magnitude? Let me know what you think when I do the video a bit later on, but watch out for that a bit later on. So it will be a more positive upbeat video than the one I've just done. But as I say, I can't apologise enough, but I needed to say what I needed to say, and I feel like I've done what I needed to say. But it's, the football club cannot be run as badly as this anymore. It just can't. Something has to give, and I feel that the chairman and his and the MD Dave Bowen should do one for me. They are dragging this great football club back to the Championship, and it's not good. It's been badly run. Mike Garlick will be sitting there now in the boardroom at Wolves now thinking, great, I've got all this money and I haven't given Sean Dyche his working. Yeah, well, he's not interested. And if he loved the club, he would be putting the money behind it. When we get £200 million every other season for the TV deals, why are we not spending £100 million on new players? I just find it so odd, really, that we haven't even tried in the summer to bring more than the 3 players that we brought in now. I'm not knocking the signings, they are decent signings, but we're just not signing enough quality there. We need competition. We didn't need to sign. Joe Hart's made a bit of a difference. He made a massive difference today. If we hadn't made those saves, we would have been sunk about 7 or 8-0. But someone's got to give, otherwise we'll be relegated. Or the death warrant of the Championship will be signed by Christmas, I guarantee, even before the January window. And I don't even think that will save us at the moment. But someone needs to give. I honestly think the chairman and the managing director should go. And we should get a chairman in who actually gives a monkeys and actually wants to try and give us the investment in the team to give us the best possible chance of staying in the Premier League every year for as long as we can. Because the lack of ambition is there plainly for all to see. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you understand about the commentary and what happened there. It was just an unfortunate thing. I'll see you for the FIFA 19 career mode thing later on. What I'll do later on, and of course there's the career mode videos I'm going to be uploading quite a lot of this evening as well, so we can catch up on the episode and get that finished before FIFA 19 comes out. So about the FIFA 19 career mode, I'll do a quick video on that and do a quick poll, blah blah blah. And anyway, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I'll see you later. Bye.